All right, the scrolling shooter. So this game is going to introduce a number of different aspects. Some of it is scrolling in a larger room, pulling pieces of a sprite into the game, paths, a number of different things. So to begin with, I'm going to start with creating my new avatar sprite. This one's going to be animated. So I'm going to create a new sprite, and instead of just straight up loading it in, I'm actually going to do edit sprite. And then this shows all of the series of animations that I'm going to have. Right now I have nothing. So I'm going to do create from strip. For this game, I'm going to go into the README, GameMaker 1, sprite resources, all as strip. So this is one picture, and it's got all the different pieces of an old game called 1945. So it's a flying game. I'm going to use this for my demo. If you want to use different sprites, feel free. So it's one picture, but what I want is to pull in pieces of it. So for example, for my plane avatar, I'm going to actually use this picture, and this picture, these three. So to select a picture out of this, I actually need to click and drag this little box around so it actually selects the plane I want. Now, this box is too small for this plane, so I need to increase my width and my height. So that makes the box bigger. So now I can try and select this guy. Once I get the box where I want it, I say OK, and it pulls it in. So this one is actually an animated sprite, so I'd actually like to pull in the other two. It turns out the animation makes the propellers look like they're moving. So I need to do add from strip now, which is under the file menu. Pulling from the same one, and now I'm going to pick this next picture over. Now I'm going to intentionally try and make it a little bit off. Notice that if I accidentally grab the picture and it's a little bit off, it gets kind of this jitter. And that's just because this picture, the second one, is a little bit down from the one that I originally grabbed. So I need to actually shift the second one so it matches the first one. I need some sort of point of reference for this, so I'm actually going to open up this first image, image 0, by double-clicking, and you get kind of a little paint editing window. So let's see. If I look at this left red pixel here, down here at the bottom you can see the X and Y position of it. So let's see, that point in this first picture is 2016. So I need to make sure that this guy is also at 2016. He is at 2015, so he needs to move one down. So I need to shift this picture down. Under the transform menu at the top, you can go to shift, and I need to add one to the vertical to move it down. There we go, it's a little smoother. There's this flash at the top because of the blue background, but I'm going to remove the blue background anyway in a minute here, so I'm not worried about that. All right, so now I need that third picture. Add from strip. Open up that same picture, and now I'm going to try and grab this third one. All right, this one seems to be shifting left and right, so let's see. 2016, I believe it was. Yes, 2016. Open up image 2. This one is at 2116, so it needs to move one to the left. So I'm going to shift it horizontally -1. There we go. So I get a kind of a smooth motion here. It's a good idea not to grab all of them at once, but to grab them one at a time and shift each image as you need to get it to match up. Now, I'm going to have a gray background to start with, and I don't really want the stark blue to show up, so I need to make sure that I get rid of that. To do that, I can go under the Images menu up here, and about halfway down is Erase a Color. So this will allow you to pick out a color with this little dropper. So if I pick out the blue and say OK, it's going to apply it to all images. It removes the blue from the entire thing. Kind of useful. All right, so I have an animated sprite. It's made up of 3 sub-images. I'm going to call this my plane _s for my plane sprite. And then I'm going to create an object that goes with this. my plane underscore O for object. Give it that sprite. For this game, I'd like to actually make it so it can move in the diagonal directions. To do that, I'm going to add in key press events for left, right, up, and down. When I press left, rather than using these red arrows, I'm actually going to use the set horizontal speed. So I'm going to set horizontal speed. If I'm going left, that's in the negative x direction, so I want to set my horizontal speed to be -5. Likewise, if I'm going right, that's going to be set the horizontal speed to be +5. So if I do key press right, I'll set my horizontal speed to be +5. If I go up and down, key press up. Now remember, the y-axis is flipped, so going up is actually -y. So I need to go -5 here with a vertical speed. That's the center one here. And then add a key press down where I set the speed to be 5. This will make it so that the left and up key can work together to make me move diagonally. When I do key releases, I'm only going to stop the speed in the direction I'm going. So if I do a key release left, I'm just going to set my horizontal speed to 0 and leave my vertical alone. So if I have both left and up keys pressed, I release the left key and I'm still moving up. So key release right is also going to set my horizontal speed to 0. And then if I do a key release up, I'm going to set my vertical speed to 0. Key release down, set my vertical speed to 0. I want to see how this looks, so I'm going to create a room, throw my plane in there, and run it. All right, there we go.